is only a localized aspect of the majesty of Krishna, the Lord of all. Though he is all-pervasive, yet in his existence everywhere, in a medium shape, consists his spiritual lordship beyond human conception. This argument favors the doctrine of simultaneous, inconceivable distinction and non-distinction, and knocks down the contaminating Mayavad and other allied doctrines. I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra shuktas told by the Vedas, by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's purport. In discussing Ras, we meet with 5 kinds of devotion: Shanta, or unattached; Dasya, pertaining to reverential, willing service; Sakya, friendship; Vatsalya, parental love; and Sringara, juvenile love. The devotees surcharged with the ideas of their respective service serve Krishna eternally and ultimately reach the goal of their respective ideals. Those who are advocates of Shantaras attain the region of Brahma Paramatma, the seat of eternal peace. Those of Dasyaras get to Vaikuntha, the spiritual majestic abode of Sri Narayan. Those of Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya Ras attain Golokadam, Krishna's abode above Vaikuntha. They worship Krishna by mantras depicted in the Vedas with the ingredients and objects befitting their respective rasas in those regions. The Vedas, under the influence of the spiritual potency in certain passages, speak of the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Liberated souls chant the name, qualities, and pastimes of the Supreme Lord under the guidance of that same spiritual potency. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency, possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidants, Sakis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, As. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's purport. Although the Lord Absolute and his potency are one and the self-same existence, still they exist eternally as separate entities, as Radha and Krishna. In both the ecstatic energy and the transcendental Lord Krishna, there exists Sringara Ras, amorous love, whose quality is inconceivable. The Vibhava, extension of that Ras, is twofold, Alambana and Udipana. Of these, Alambana is also twofold, Ashraya, supported, and Vishaya, supporter. Ashraya signifies Radhika and the extensions of her own form, and Vishaya means Krishna, or Govinda, Lord of Goloka. The gopis are the facsimile Ashraya of that Ras. With them, Krishna indulges in eternal pastimes in Goloka. In his writings, Srila Jiva Goswami expresses a profound implication. Joyous pastimes by the medium of seeming error, Vibhrama Vilas, and the contrivance of Yogamaya has also been admitted in the concluding statements of Rupa and Sanatana. Still, since Sripad Jiva Goswami has established the identity of Goloka in the spiritual sky, with Gokul manifest on the seemingly mundane plane, it must be admitted that there is transcendental reality underlying all the pastimes of Gokul.
Sai. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivas Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadvip Dham ki jai, Swami to Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Swami to Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, the street, all glories to great devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the Vaishnavi devotees. Thank you so much for being here, Maharaj. Hare
Swamiji, please accept my humble messages. Please Gurudev, Guru Prabhupada,
Krishna.
to the Vaishnava Assembly.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
So, dear devotees, we thank you all for being here today. Today is Monday, the 20th of April, 2026. And we are very much fortunate to have His Holiness to begin the week with us. So we've missed Maharaj for a couple of months because he kept traveling and his timing was not suitable for him to speak. So we're very fortunate that we have His Holiness with us today. We encourage devotees to mute themselves and turn on their cameras if possible. If it's impossible, Guru Krishna understands. But if it's possible, please turn on your camera so it becomes a bit more personal. Maharaj, without further ado, we may put, I think we have 2 verses to cover today. We'll put them on the verse and you take them over from here.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You hear me?
Yes, Maharaj, very clear, yes.
All right. Naranama Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Sarvatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nasta Prayeshu Habadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamas Doke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 18, Text 9. So we're treating today 9 and 10. So first of all, we read this one, and again we go to the next one, and we combine both, right? So text 9. Paranukshaktam tapaniya yupakapam bhagadam kanchana chitradam sa manmani abhikshanam pratudhatam duruktai prachanda manyu prahasantam vajjase. Yeah, word for word. Okay, translation. Word for para, from behind. Anukshaktam, who followed very closely. Tapaniya upakalpam, who had a considerable amount of gold ornament. Mahagadam, with great mace. Kanchana, golden. Chitra, beautiful. Damsam, armor. Marmani, the core of the heart. Bhikshnam, constantly. Pradudantam piercing, Drukstai by abusive words, Prachanda terrible, Manu anger, Prahasan laughing, Tam to him, Babase he said. Translation and purpose by Divine Grace by Charvinam Shilpogpa Marathi. Translation. The demon who had a wealth of ornaments, bangles, and beautiful golden armor on his body chased the Lord from behind with a great mace. The Lord tolerated his piercing ill words, but in order to reply to him, he expressed his terrible anger. Purport. The Lord could have chastised the demon immediately while the demon was deriding the Lord with ill words. But the Lord tolerated him to plead the demigods and to show that they should not be afraid of demons while discharging their duties. Therefore, his toleration was displayed mainly to drive away the fear of the demigods, who should know that the Lord is always present to protect them. The demons, the reason of the Lord was just like barking of dogs. The Lord did not care about it, since he was doing his own work of delivering the head from the midst of water. Materialistic demon always possesses a large amount of gold in various shapes, and they think that a large amount of gold, physical strength, and popularity can save them from the wrath of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we can go to the text 10. Yeah. So text 10, right? Shri
Yes,
Bhagavan Vacha Satyam Bhayam Bhavana Gupchara Mridda Yusman Vidam Hrikhaye Grama Simam Namritcho Pashay Prachimuktaksya Vira Vitatmanam Thava Grinanti Abhadra. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Tatyam, indeed, Bhayam, we, Bho, oh, Vana Kochara, dwelling in the forest, Mriga, creatures, Yushmats Vidam, like you, Mrigaye, I'm searching to kill, Grama Simhan, dogs, Na, not Mrityu Pashai, by the bonds of death, Pratimuk Taksya, one of one who is bound, Virha, the heroes, Vitaktanam, loose talk, Tava, your, Grinanti, take notice of, Abhadra, as, O mischievous one. Translation and purpose by Divine Grace by Charvinam Shilpavarake. Translation. The Personality of God had said, indeed, we are creatures of the jungle, and we are searching after hunting dogs like you, one who is freed from the entanglement of death, has no fear from the loose talk in which you are indulging. You are bound by the law of death. Purport. Demons, an atheistic person, can go on insulting the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they forget that they are subjected to the law of birth and death. They think that simply by decrying the existence of the Supreme Lord or defying his stringent laws of nature, one can be free from the clutches of birth and death. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that simply by understanding the transcendental nature of God, one can go back home, back to Godhead. But demons and atheistic persons do not try to understand the nature of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, they remained in the entanglements of birth and death. Om Janam Timradasya Jana Jana Shalakaya Takshomritam Yanatasma Shigurave Namaha Shishitanamano Vistam Sapitam Yinabutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swampadantikam Vandyam Sri Guru Shutapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vasvam Cha Rupam Sagar Yatham Horagunatam Tam Sajivam Savarutam Paritam Saitam Krishna Chaitan Devam Shri Ara Krishna Para Saha Galaralita Sri Vidakam Vistam Tamcha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinna Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tap Chikana Gorangi Rate Brisavanu Sware Brisavanu Sute Devi Pranamame Hare Priye Manchakalpatarun Jascha Kripa Sanugahe Vacha Patitanam Pavinadyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarvas Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvese Sasunyavadi Patsachare Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivadari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Kaloti Vachalam Pangam Lagate Girim Tat Kripatan Vande Shigurum Dinataranam Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, chapter 18, text 9 to 10. The status quo, the battle between the Lord Bhor and the demon Hiranaksha. Hare Krishna, everyone. So I like to seek offer my obeisances to His Divine Grace Abhay Charaminam Shri Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Maharaj, or the Vaishnavis, or the Guru Paramparam. So it is a privilege and great honor for me to be on this very important platform today. So yes, we are treating this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. Yes, the battle between Lord Varaha and demon Hiranaksha. Yeah. So we remember that Hiranaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they are two brothers, twin brothers. But the first who to start his trouble was Hiranaksha. Yeah, so Hiranaksha was really demon, because demon means working against the interests of God. Any person, anything one does that does not, glorify the Lord, or does not glorify the scriptures, that person should be considered a demon. That is the characteristic of demons. Demons, they always work against the interest of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So from the verse, 9, and the purport, or also in the purport, it was mentioned that the Lord tolerated to please and to drive away the fear of the demigods. Yeah. So we can see that this word here, to tolerate, is very important. Titiksha. Titiksha is one of the qualities of Vaishnavas. So we must develop that quality, titiksha. But to be able to develop a particular quality, a situation must be there for us to be able to, express or to cultivate that quality. So yeah, the Lord is displaying the quality of tolerance because of the situation. We remember that the head planet was in difficulty. So Lord Boha was busy trying to rescue Bhumi, the head planet. Yeah. So when Inaksha was wandering, he was looking for someone to fight. So Narada Muni told him, my friend, you cannot get someone to fight with. Yeah. But I can tell you that there is someone right now is under the water. Yeah. If you go there and meet him, you get a suitable person to fight with. So, oh, really? And yes. Immediately he went under the ocean, and the Lord was busy, try to rescue the head and also please the demigod, because the demigod was afraid that what will happen. No, because it is our duty to supply the facilities of living entities like the wine, the sun, the anything, many things. They are in charge of that, like a government. So now the earth planet is in difficulty. So they were really afraid. So the Lord was trying to, at the same time, Inaksha went to meet the Lord. He was surprised that, look, Narada Muni told me that I have to fight with someone. But to my surprise, it's just an animal. A beast. This is very easy. A beast. An animal. What can I do with an animal? He was insulting the Lord with piercing words. Very difficult to tolerate. That's why the word tolerance is very important for devotees. Tolerate means a situation is there. Not that you don't know, you know very well, not that you cannot avoid it, you can avoid it, but it is there. So the only thing to do is to tolerate. So tolerance is very, very, very important for someone who wants to progress in his life, in any field of activity. Tolerance is very, very important. So the Lord was tolerating the insults of the demon to please the demigods and also to drive away their fear and to protect the heart in difficulties. So actually, no one can tolerate unless we have a higher purpose, a higher mission. For instance, the earth was in danger, and if the earth is in danger, means all the population of the earth will be in trouble. So Lord Bora was having a very, very noble purpose to save mankind. So for him, he just have to tolerate for the sake of mankind. Generally, when someone does not have anything important to do, he's busy, notifying all the small things. What happened yesterday? What happened a month ago? What happened 5 years ago? What happened 10 years ago? What happened in the last yuga? We keep remembering those things because there is no goal in our life, no mission, no ambition at all. You notice that those who are always devotees who are always busy finding fault and gossiping, those devotees no serious seva. Have you noticed that? They don't have serious seva to do. So they are busy, finding fault. They are busy, seeing what is wrong. They never see what is okay. They always see what is not okay. You see, so that's tolerating is very, very important. So the Lord was tolerating the insulting words means there is those absence of false ego. The false ego. False ego means says I'm Mamati. But we say I'm Brahmasmi. I'm the spirit soul. Brahmasmi. When I say I'm Mamati means I'm the body. So anything related to the body is mine. So my, I, this is the ingredient of false ego. So there is one beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita 2:14. Matras pasastu kunteya sutosna sukadukada akamapayino nityastam titikshasva bharata. Now, that happiness and distress, yes. Oh, son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness, distress, and their disappearing in due course are like appearance and disappearance of the winter and the season and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, ocean of Bharata. And one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Okay, see, in the verse it says that the non-permanence, the reason to tolerate is that because things, every situation in this world is not permanent. This is number one thing we should do. If you want to face an issue, first of all, we have to realize that there is nothing permanent in this material world. Yeah. And also, they come and go. They come and go, and they are due to the connection between the senses and the mind. That's all. Otherwise, if you are on the platform of Atma, or the soul, you can't be involved in any anger or jealousy or something like that. No. Because you are always on the platform of the bodily conception, that's why we feel all these things. So, Srila Prabhupada gave two examples in that verse. One example, he says, in winter, I think, yes, it's very hot. Very, very, very hot. January, February. And I mean, very cold. It's very, very cold. But a devotee, someone who is practicing spiritual life, because you cannot go to temple to worship the Lord without taking baths. This is the first step, to take baths. But January, February, very, very cold, especially in India. And I'm sure also in America, in other part of the world also. But devotee must take baths before going to the altar, before going to, to do anything. See? So Srila Prabhupada just use this example to notify that yes, we have to tolerate the cold. Why? Because of higher purpose. We are going to meet the Lord. Shri Bhagavan. Mangalarati. so to see the beautiful form of the Lord. So we cannot afford to miss that. So we transcend that cold. So we have a reason to tolerate the cold because of the Supreme Lord. Because if there is no reason, then we say, okay, it's cold, let me sleep. and the second example is for the mother that is in summer. It is very, very, very hot. May, June. Sometimes it is 45 degrees, 45, 50. One time I was in India, they said it was almost 55 degrees. Sometimes even more than in Africa. So that period is very, very, very hot. Very hot. But the example Sri Prabhupada gave is a woman is in the kitchen. First of all, the season is very hot. And the kitchen, there also there is heat. But she has to cook. Why? She has to tolerate the heat. Why? Because she has to cook for the children and cook for the husband. So she has a reason to tolerate. It's like when it's take off, oh, my husband has gone to work, or my husband has gone to farm. When he come back, food should be ready. Or my children are gone to school, my children are going to play, when they come back, food should be ready. So when she has these things in mind, then she can easily tolerate the heat. Otherwise, it's not possible. She cannot even enter the kitchen. So how do we apply tolerance in our life? Then we have to check if there is something very important that we are planning to do. So happiness and distress and are not permanent, like winter, summer, they come and go. So we have to tolerate them without being disturbed. Titiksha, to tolerate. And also we can also see the example of Srila Bhakti Maharaja in the he spoke about the 12 qualities of a spiritual warrior. Yeah. So one of the 12 qualities, I think the second one he mentioned in the book, is humility. Humility. He said in this age, humility is considered a weakness. But it is a very, very powerful weapon. He said, in humility, there is a hidden mission or goal. So there is a need to exercise patience, determination, and calm, because there is something hidden in humility. Generally, people think that, okay, this person is a weak person, is afraid of me. Otherwise, how can he tolerate all the time? How can he tolerate me? He's afraid of me. Just like in a nutshell, I was thinking that, yes, this so-called warrior, this boar, this animal, is afraid of me. That's why I'm insulting him. He's not responding. He cannot face me. So humility again is another good quality that we need to develop. See, Gurudev already mentioned that we can't control situations. The situation is just in front of you. This is karma. We can't do anything. But what we can control is our reaction face of any situation. Situation is there. You didn't pray for it. Nobody prays for, okay, please, God, give me headache. Please, God, give me accident. No. You don't pray for bad things. But when they come, as devotee, as spiritual person, as spiritual warriors, we need to apply those things: tolerance and humility. Sometimes when we read the books or when we attend courses like Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Sarachar, all these important courses in ISKCON, this is theory. But what about the practice now? We all know that when we go to school, there is a stage of theory and there is a stage of practice. But we always forget, or we avoid to practice what we have been reading. So if you like it or you don't like it, time for practice must come. So situation comes for us to apply those qualities. Then again, he said someone who is humble is because he has something important. Yeah. So we cannot tolerate or remain humble unless we have a higher purpose in our life. Just like Lord Boha was having a very, very, very important mission. Capital mission, very, very, very urgent mission. So we should see that what is so important, what's so urgent in our life. That way we can easily transcend situations. We transcend situations. In text 10, in purport, it was said that demons they like to keep large amounts of gold, and they too much rely on the physical strength and popularity. By doing so, they think, okay, if I have a large amount of gold, I'm very popular, I'm physically very strong, then I can avoid death. Renaksha was in front of death personified, but he was thinking that, yes, this is me, Renaksha. This is me, Renaksha. I have so many things. My brother's name is Irenakashipu. Irenakashipu means Irian. Irian means gold. And Irenakashipu means soft gold and soft belt. This is what the demon is like. They like gold, Irian, and Kashipu. It's like very soft belt to sleep and to enjoy life. So Irenakashipu. So he said, yes, this is me, Irenaksha. I'm very, very, very strong. I'm very popular. Everybody knows me. This beast, he came to hide under the ocean here because he's afraid to fight. Let him come and fight me. So a verse, chapter 16, Bhagavad Gita, the demonic nature and divine nature. Text, I think text chapter 16, text 13 to 15. If Prabhu can put that on the board. Divine nature and demoniac nature. Krishna was explaining demonic qualities to Arjuna. Arjuna was perplexed. But Krishna, to calm him down, he said, look, no, you don't need to be afraid, Arjuna, because you were born with divine qualities. You are born with divine qualities because your family lineage, Pandu, Indra, Yudhishthir, Kunti, yes, these are very, very auspicious personalities. So no need. You don't have any, trace of demonic nature in you. So in that verse 16, 13 to 15, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the demon was saying, Ishvara ham bogi. Ishvara ham bogi. Yeah, yes, the demoniac person think, so much wealth I have today, and I will again, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future, more and more. He is my enemy. I've killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I'm the Lord of everything. I'm the enjoyer. I'm perfect, powerful, and happy. I'm the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. This is the mentality of demonic person. Jwara ham bogi shida ham balavan. I'm powerful, I'm wealthy. Anybody who want to contest my popularity or my wealth, I'll kill. So, yeah, the only shelter that we have is big bank balance, many bodyguards, very high tech IT security system in our house, big dogs in the house. So we think this is security. We think this is security, but this is not security. A tiny mosquito can bite you, get malaria, and die. Even though you have cameras everywhere in your house, but a small mosquito will come. There is one story like that. One person was doing he has a mystical power, but they told him, no, you don't need to go to go to the ocean. You know, don't go near water. So he's always afraid of going to the river, to the ocean. But one day, in his own house, he just slipped on the water, small glass of water, fell and broke his head, and that's how he left the body. So we cannot avoid death by manipulation. Not possible. So this is the business of the demon, because they think by doing so they will be in security. So they keep accumulating. That is greed. The three gates to hell: Kam, Loba, Kroda. The more they get, the more they plan for. And when someone wants to challenge them, they should make sure that yes, this person no more exists. They kill. So this is the mentality of the demon. So also they think that decrying the God, they can be free from the clutches of birth and death, the material nature, which is not possible. There is one proverb, one saying that it said how do you call this bird in English? It's like a vulture. It's ostrich. It's big.
Ostrich.
Yes. So there's common saying that yes, the ostrich is a big bird. So when there is danger, instead of him finding a better solution, he just dig a small hole and put his head in that small hole, and in that way he think that yes, I'm safe. I'm safe from the problem. But it's not possible. The whole body is outside. Sometimes also they say for the people you have an issue, somebody is pushing you, and you are against the wall. You can't continue to run away. So just close your eyes like this way. Oh, because I don't see my enemy does not exist anymore. This is what people think. So the demons, they think that by accumulating so many things, wealth, developing so much bodily strength, being popular, that way, yes, I'll be safe. But it's not possible. It's not possible. Because the strongest person is Krishna, is Vishnu. Rakke Krishna Mareke, Mare Krishna Rakeke. Anyone who Krishna want to protect, nobody can kill. But anyone Krishna want to kill, nobody can protect. This is not possible. So we have made ourselves, we have developed this, we have become so much plan makers in this material world. By making so many plans, we forget that our life is accountable. We have to account for what we are doing. This life is given to us. This body is given to us. We need to account for whatever we are doing with this body. From day one, since our birth till we quit the body, we have to account for that. Yeah, we have to account for that. So we try to understand this demoniac mentality and divine mentality. Yeah, and we spoke about two key words today: tolerance and humility. I'm sure if Lord Boer was another person, that person should have stopped saving the earth planets and immediately respond to the provocation. But in that way, the demigods could have been in more fear and the earth will be also in danger. The situation could have been worse. But no. Lord said, no. My person is less important than the situation. Yeah. So even it said that in the our Vaishnava culture, when someone offends us or blasphemes us, we should say, oh, this devotee, even Gurudev mentioned that in the books of Srila Bhakti Maharaj. He said we need to develop the tendency, to say thank you. He said sometimes when we fall sick, we should say thank you disease, because you are come. I cannot go out. I cannot do anything else. I'm obliged to stay at home in the temple and chant more and read more. So thank you. Sometimes he says also, we should thank our enemies who are criticizing us. Thank you, my dear devotee, for criticizing me. Because of you, I'm seeing my faults. I'm seeing my big ego, false ego. I'm seeing that I'm very difficult to live with. I'm seeing that I'm very arrogant. Thank you, my enemies, my dear enemies. Thank you very much. See, this is a very, very transcendental way of approach life. One way thinking means you provoke me, I react. You insult me, I also insult you. This is one way. When you are purely in the material platform. But when we try to advance in spiritual activities, then even there is another verse in Bhagavad Gita, I think 12:15. I like that verse. That Krishna says, if a devotee should not provoke, but a devotee also should not overreact, for any provocation. If you can get it, I'm checking from my book here. 12, I think 15, no? Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, yeah, okay. He said also, and this is, yes, true, good. 15. He by whom no one is put into difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equiposed in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. So yes, this verse, Krishna is saying that he by whom no one is put into difficulty means I don't put anybody into difficulty. And also the second part of the sentence says, no, go back, please go back, 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah. He by whom no one is put into difficulty means I don't put anybody into difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone. First step means I don't put anyone in difficulty. This is my duty. And if still I don't put anybody in difficulty, and I'm myself I'm put in difficulty, I should not be disturbed. So we don't just read this verse taking one part. The other part should be also taken into account. See, understand? Sometimes we will have to read between the lines to pretend that we don't understand. It's very clear here. You don't put anybody in difficulty. Also, we should not be put in difficulties. Go to the next verse. Next verse, yes. Yeah, my devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not strive from some result, is very dear to me. Go next, please. Yeah. Yes. One who rejoices, one who never rejoices or nor grieves, who never laments nor desire, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. Go to the next again, let's see. Yeah. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equiposed in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who does not care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me. The first says, one who is equal to friends and enemies. Wow, this is a very bitter tablet we need to swallow as devotees. Yes. How can I tolerate my enemy? Eye to eye. That's the policy, no? Eye to eye. You provoke me, I provoke you. You insult me, I insult you. You steal my money, I steal your money. You know, you provoke. See, so this is the mentality of ordinary living entities. And one also who is equiposed in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy. So there is a situation, there is a platform we need to reach as devotees. That's why I always say there is good to be a devotee, but it's better to be a pure devotee. We are happy to read about the sages, to read about the sadhus, the stories. We like the stories, but do we think that they just become sadhu or sage overnight? No. They learn to tolerate, they learn to apply the scriptures every day, and by making mistake every day, one day they come to that platform. So otherwise, how can you tolerate your enemies? Literally speaking, enemy means someone who is against my interest. But how can he be my friend? It's not possible. When we are in the material platform, it is not possible to tolerate an enemy. Yeah, so we can understand why the Lord was able to tolerate the insult of in an aksha, because he was situated in a transcendental platform and he was having a very, very, very important and urgent mission to accomplish. So as devotees, we should keep ourselves busy. I remember this thing. I always remember this. These have been guiding me since the last 20 or even 25 years. Maybe more than that. When I met Gurudev and after my first initiation, I asked him, I told him that, look, Gurudev, I think after my initiation, I have so much problem now. Mental problem, situation, so many classes. And he called me in the room. He said, look, do you think those devotees, gurus, sannyasis, senior devotees, advanced devotees, sadhus, do you think they don't have problem? They have. But when Maya comes, they are busy. So Maya stay at the door, waiting for them, finding some ways to engage them, but they are already engaged. In our situation, we are sleeping, waiting for Maya. When Maya is coming, I'm waiting for Maya. We have an appointment with Maya. So we need to keep ourselves busy. In that way, Maya will come, but Maya will not find any reason to catch us. Rakshahira came to catch Arita Sakur, no? But she could not find any reason to catch Harida Sakur because Harida Sakur was engaged 24 hours in chanting the holy name. Because Maya was watching any small moments enters. I was reading Ramayana and I read something very interesting. That Lord Ramachandra left Ayodhya deep in the night because the Ayodhya citizens, they love Ram so much that they cannot tolerate him leaving them. So Lord Ram tricked them. When they were all asleep deep in the night, then took Sita and Lakshman and left. When they woke up, oh, Ram already gone. So the lesson there is any laziness, any slight distraction, give chance to the enemy to enter. So when are we going to apply those qualities? Humility, tolerance. There are 26. So it means if you don't develop the 26 qualities, it means we have 26. What is the opposite of qualities? Huh? The opposite word of quality. Bad quality.
Efficiency. Efficiency.
What? Yeah. Yes.
Efficiency.
Efficiency, yes. So I mean, if you don't have 26 qualities, we have 26 efficiencies. What are we doing with efficiencies? We don't need. We don't need efficiency. We need to develop qualities. 26 in number. Okay? Hare Krishna, I think there is 3 minutes. I'll stop here if you have some questions and comments. Correction?
Maharaj, can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a question. May I?
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead, please.
Who is speaking, please?
My name is Vijaya Krishna Das. I'm calling from Portugal.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
Vijay Krishna, you may go ahead. Your voice is a little distant, though. If you can get closer to your microphone.
Wait.
What about now?
Much better, yes.
Yes, I was using my headphones.
Okay.
Thank you. Maharaj, if you can hear me, you said that we should give thanks even to our enemies.
Yes.
So do you mind explaining again why should we give thanks to our enemies while practicing Krishna consciousness?
Yeah. Yes, yes. You see, we have to be careful while applying these things. I mentioned also, I did mention that for a devotee, for a Vaishnava, any blasphemy, any insult against our own person, we have to tolerate it. But we cannot tolerate anything towards ISKCON or towards another Vaishnava or towards a guru. We need to protect our mission. We need to protect ISKCON. This is okay. But I need to develop qualities like humility, tolerance. So someone is insulting me, I'm talking about me, individual. Okay? So I can say, oh, this person is insulting me, is finding too much fault on me. Thank you. Because of you, I keep reminding myself that I have big false ego. I'm arrogant. I'm lazy. I have so many bad qualities. Thank you for pointing out my own qualities to me. That helped me to correct myself. But not in a general situation that anyone who is blaspheming ISKCON, anyone is blaspheming the Guru or a Vaishnavas, and I tolerate that. I thank him. No.
So
okay?
we should accept criticism for making spiritual advancement, but we should not criticize.
Yeah. We should accept criticism for advancement, but we ourselves, we should ban criticism in our life.
Yes, and Maharaj, a follow-up question. What about when we preach the Madhyamadikari, the recommendation is for him to ignore the envious people. Why is that? Because when the Madhyamadikari ignores the envious people, he doesn't preach to them. Isn't that a form of criticism?
Because see, if you stay too long with, those who are antagonistic to ISKCON, you will give them the opportunity to blaspheme. It is not good for you, and not good for them also. So we have to be
Yes.
diplomatic. During your
Yes.
preaching, you see someone who is very, arrogant. Yes, give him less than 1 minute and go another place. Yeah, because
Yes.
the more we stay with him, the more we'll find forth he can even blaspheme Krishna, blaspheme Prabhupada, blaspheme the Vaishnavas, and we know the danger of Vaishnava Parada. We know that. No?
Yes. So your recommendation is for us to be diplomatic.
Yeah, and avoid as much as possible. Try to avoid them also.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Haribo, thank you.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Govinda Prabhu, yes, please give me unmute. Vijay Prabhu, thank you so much for your beautiful questions. Hare Krishna.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj, please can I say my respectful obeisances.
Hare Krishna, Govinda Prabhu. Haribo,
All glories to me, all glories to Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and my obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Maharaj, my question is about developing these divine qualities.
Yeah.
It is said that we cannot use material solution to solve the same material problems.
Yes. Yeah.
So this quality that we are inherit in us is a material qualities. So it's a demoniac qualities. And to mitigate these material qualities, we require strength. We require spiritual strength to be able to do away with all these negative qualities.
Yeah.
So the question is, since we cannot solve these material problems with the same material solutions, what would be your best advice? Because we cannot take these qualities one by one and say, oh, let me develop tolerance. And then I'm watching out to see how I'm going to develop the tolerance. And then anger will come. When will I finish, mastering the tolerance? Maybe my whole lifetime. And then anger and this, greed, lust, all those things. So what will be your recommendation? Because I know there has to be a spiritual strength to be able to move out or dig out all these negativities for the divine qualities to take place. So what would be your recommendation?
Yeah, I think in the Bhagavad Gita, they mention when the section of that talk about the qualities, Vaishnava qualities, you say that by becoming a devotee, by practicing devotion service, it's like watering a plant. When you give water to the roots, automatically the trunk, the branches, and the leaves, and also they automatically get water. So, as we are saying, it is practically impossible to develop those qualities one by one. But by becoming a devotee, Krishna said that the devotees are called Shura. The opposite of Shura means Asura. Asura means demoniac. So the devotees are Shuras. So by practicing devotional service, automatically all the divine qualities develop. In fact, by accepting to be a devotee, it is because we have good qualities. one very beautiful verse, I don't remember exactly, in the Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto, that if someone is chanting Mahamantra this lifetime, it is because that person, that fellow, has done all the yagyas in the past life. That person has gone to all the holy pilgrimages. That person has developed all the good qualities, otherwise impossible to be able to chant Hare Krishna this lifetime. So by becoming a devotee, actually the devotee is the best well-wisher in the world, because we are giving the best. Bhagavad Gita 1869, Krishna said, anybody who gives this knowledge, this science of Bhagavad Gita to anyone, any person, that person will be very, very dear to me, and there will be no one dear to me than that person. So the best way to practice this charity or ahimsa is to give that knowledge. And to be good, what do we mean? What is the demarcation lines? Okay, from this point I'm a good person. From this point I'm not a good person. How can we know? So to know that we are good is to just serve the Lord. By serving the Supreme Lord, automatically that devotion service make us a good person. But we can do all so-called good things, but if you don't serve the Lord, all these good so-called good things we are doing, just illusion. Do you follow? It's okay. So
Yes, Maharaj, I do.
the best way to develop this, go on.
Yes, Maharaj, I do follow what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it is devotional service, that you also said that for one to become a devotee means that he has all these qualities. Otherwise, you will not become devotees. I see we try to become devotees, but we still have all these qualities. And talking of the process, the practices of devotional service, we are practicing, we are chanting, and we're doing all what we have been told to do. But yet still, the qualities are still there. So
But I mean,
what is
you
the
mean bad
wrong?
qualities?
Yeah,
You mean bad qualities? Okay.
exactly. So what are the wrongs? What are the wrongs we are doing that is blocking us from not us getting it right?
Yeah. Two things are there. Either our sadhana is weak, or we are committing too much aparadas, too much offenses. Two reasons are there. When Priyavrata was appointed to take charge of the universe, because his brother, his brother was a king, but he was not performing very well. Priyavrata has taken the vow to become a sannyasi, to become a renunciant. So his father proposed him to come and lead, but he was reluctant. So his father has to call Lord Brahma to come and talk to him. So finally, Priyavrata accepted. So in the purport, Srila Baba said that the question was raised: how is that this fellow, he has gone almost to the perfection? He has renounced his wife, children, and gone to the forest to perform tapasya. Why again he has to come back to marry and take care of the society? So there, Srila Prabhupada says that there are two possible reasons. If someone is advanced in spiritual activities or spiritual life and fall down, there are two reasons.
1.25 miles.
One reason is because he is committing so much offenses, and the other reason because Krishna or the acharyas, they want that particular person to accomplish something very, very, very wonderful. But in general case, in our situation, is due to offenses, aparadas, and things like that. Understand? Yeah. So if our sadhana is not strong and we don't go deep into our practices, we are superficial, then we will be surprised that, well, I'm chanting, I'm doing this, I'm doing Karashi, I'm doing this, but it's superficial. We are not doing it from the heart. We are doing it to show people. You know, our devotion service is for to show people how good I'm a devotee. It is not genuine. If you pretend to water a plant, the result will show. At a point, after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, the leaves of the plant start falling apart, becoming yellow. Why? What's the question? Because there is no sufficient, water. Or if you put too much water also, the roots cannot get the strength from the soil. No much water also, the roots doesn't get enough water, they will die. Yeah. So your question is why that we are devotees? Devotee means you have to practice bhajana kriya, Sraddha, sadhusanga, bhajana kriya, anartha nivriti. Anartha nivriti means no more anartha. But to come to the point of anartha nivriti means we have to practice serious bhajana kriya with the sadhus. It is a science. Otherwise, nistha cannot come, and ruchi cannot come, and asakti cannot come, then bhava cannot come, never prema, not possible. Because we are still struggling at the level of our bhajana kriya.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. And thank you, Govinda Prabhu, for the questions. Anyone else with something to ask or to share? Hare Chakra Prabhu, please you may unmute.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Nandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji,
All glories
Pranam.
to you. All glories to
Haribo.
Gurudev and all glories to Prabhupada.
Hare
Maharaj, thank
Krishna.
you very much. Thank you very much for your class. It's a follow-up of Govinda Prabhu's question. What I realize is that many a time the scripture says that a devotee has such good qualities. And then we keep hearing this question about why is it that we are chanting and still we are exhibiting bad qualities. I want a clarification. When the scripture says a devotee, is it referring to those of us who are just trying to practice the devotional life, or is referring to real devotees, those who have come to the level of being real devotees? I think that clarification I actually need it. Is it referring to those who are real devotees, or those of us who are just started having even some desire that, oh, we want to practice a little bit? That, are we the people that the scripture is referring to?
But can you rephrase it in 1 minute again? The question is very interesting. I want to get it clearly.
Hare Chakra Prabhu, are you still there? I also didn't quite follow much what you were saying, in the sense that
The question I'm asking is when the scripture says a devotee, like Haridas Thakur said, if even you chant Maha Mantra once, you can never commit sinful activity that can erase the effect of that Maha Mantra. I mean, that chanting, is it referring to the chanting we are chanting now, or is it referring to real pure chanting? And similarly, that's why I'm
real
asking
pure
that.
chanting.
Exactly. So I'm asking that when the scripture is referring to devotees, is it referring to those who are actual devotees, who have come to the level of pure devotion, or is referring to those of us who are just at the bottom trying to struggle to come up?
Oh yeah. You ask a question, and also you are giving the answer yourself also. You have answered your own question, Prabhu. See, if when you go to hospital and you take medicine, and you don't take the medicine properly because it's bitter, the disease cannot go easily. It be too slow. Yes, so the the acharyas are referring to pure chanting. But we chant with so many apparatus. Why the same acharyas they mention about the 10 offenses against chanting the holy name? Because they know that we are sadakas, we are beginners. Yeah, we will commit so many offenses, at the early stage. But gradually, we will come to that level. But for now, yes, that thing is referring to the advanced devotees. But Prabhupada always often says that to be a pure devotee, it takes a minute. You don't need to wait 10 years or next life. You want to become serious now, it's possible. So the ball is in our camp. Are we procrastinating our seriousness of being concentrated in devotion service, or we want to do it now? Okay, tomorrow I'll be serious. Next year, anyway, the scripture says, Janme Prabhu say, hey, life after life, I can serve my guru. If this lifetime I cannot serve him properly, okay, next life. What is the guarantee that, next life we will get a human body and have a good chance to be with the devotees? So we have to take advantage now, not tomorrow. Our tomorrow should be today. Yeah?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj. I think Sam Harichakra Prabhu, he drew all of us attention on, because Maharaj, at some point when you were talking about the 26 good qualities devotees have, and you were asking the opposite of good qualities. And I don't remember who, but somebody said efficient, but the correct word is deficient.
Oh, yes.
Not efficient. Well, thank you, Maharaj. I have this question. I think I had asked this question here before, that it's so nice that devotees could develop these 26 qualities. And actually, we are expected to live these 26 qualities. But here is the case that those of us who live in the corporate world, we have to work for somebody to be paid in order to live our lives. If we live this humility lifestyle, we get ourselves in trouble. If amongst the devotees, we demonstrate this humility, very beautiful. But amongst the non-devotees, when you're trying to be humble, it oftentimes creates problems. A point to kind of address what I'm talking about. There was once a time I had a friend, she's still my friend, one lady during my school days. And she took me to her house. That was the first day I went to her house. So when I went to her house, her husband mentioned my name and he said, "Oh, it's nice seeing you today. I haven't seen you before. My wife has said so many beautiful things about you, and here you are today." So me still trying to be a devotee in front of this person said that I'm not such a very nice person. Like we usually speak before the devotees. And then this man said, "Uh-oh, if that is who you are, then I'm not going to let my wife get close to you." and I said, "Oh, Maharaj, oh, sorry." I said, "Oh, sir, that is not what I meant." But so I had to try to preach at that
Okay.
time because I said, well, I said what I said because in my church we advise that whatever good thing we're doing today, we can improve on it, we can do better. So we always speak like that. So all I'm trying to say is that it's very difficult to demonstrate this humility before non-devotees. So what will be your advice for us, those of us working, how not to forget about this humility, but at the same time, handle it in such a way that we do not get abused?
Yeah. The scripture says we have to be like a mouse in a temple. A devotee has to be like a mouse in a temple, and like a lion when it's time to preach. Very humble in the temple with the Vaishnavas. When you are outside there, you show your teeth and nails. Okay, the first best solution, which is the last, but not for everyone. You see, I was reading in the Madhyam Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya chapter 19, like that. It was when the Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, before they meet Lord Chaitanya Prabhu, they were working with in the Muslim government, meat eaters. So they found out, look, we cannot continue like that. Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is around, and we are here like prisoners. So-called work that are giving us so many contamination. So they made plan to quit, to be able to meet the Lord. This is the last, the best solution one can take. But not everybody can do that. Okay, so we have to apply appropriate and inappropriate policy. So we have appropriate humility and inappropriate humility. Just like Arjuna was trying to be compassionate when Krishna asked him to kill the enemies. He was trying to be, compassion. But that compassion was inappropriate. It was just increasing his false ego, thinking that, oh, I don't want to kill, because if I kill, people will see me as a bad person. But the enemy is in front of you. He didn't come with flowers. He is there to terminate you. He's there to kill you. And for the sake of protecting Krishna and mankind, you have to put that so-called compassion aside and deal with the situation. And after that, you can go back to your, humility. So I think Srila Gurudev also mentioned that we should not be, I don't remember exactly, he said we should love self-esteem. We should see ourselves low, but not because we are really low, because we have to take humble position for us to be able to deal with anybody. But in the social world, as you are mentioning, you need to keep your integrity, not compromise your principle as devotee, but at the same time also try to be gentle, humble, sociable, and don't compromise your spiritual values, your spiritual integrity, your moral integrity. No, don't compromise for any price. So this is what I can say. Yeah, it is not easy because those people outside there, they have businesses, they employ sometimes devotees, but devotees has to be very, very careful. That's why the advice we can give is, that's why we have the 4 ashrams. brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. So at the point, we work, save some money, maybe create our own business, and eventually quit that service and be autonomous. Ah, that is the other thing. A devotee should not stay too long in the company of non-devotees. This is our satsanga. Because if you, because of salary, because of money, you are obliged to stay with someone who is blaspheming Krishna or blaspheming your religion, then I think there is problem somewhere.
Hare Krishna.
Is that okay?
Thank
Do you get it?
Yes, yes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I wanted to say something, but Shriman Varahacharya Prabhu, please, you may unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Our glories to Srila Prabhupada. Our glories to the assembly devotees. So thank you very much. So I heard when you said no condition is permanent.
Yeah.
No condition is permanent. So we should tolerate. Because we understand the essence of that message, but I don't know whether it is applicable to everything. The scripture, the Niti Shastra says that there are 3 things you don't tolerate.
Yeah.
3 things you get rid of immediately: fire, disease, and debt.
Yeah.
And then Srila Prabhupada also said that one bad tree in the forest can lead to a forest fire. One bad child in the family can bring destruction to the family. So if we think that every situation, there's no condition is permanent, and then we tolerate bad child in the family, we tolerate fire in the forest, or bad wood. So what will happen? So I'm just trying to say, do we apply this no condition is permanent tolerate to every situation? That's my question.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. Yes, that's why I mentioned about appropriate and inappropriate. I gave the example of Arjuna. Arjuna wanted to tolerate the situation, to be compassionate by not killing the Kauravas, and but Krishna told him, your compassion is just illusion. You are trying to be good, but actually you are being bad. Because tolerating bad is actually being violent. You see danger? And because, okay, I'm a religious person, I don't say anything. No, you are committing violence. So appropriate compassion, inappropriate compassion. Appropriate humility, inappropriate. And I did mention also that actually tolerance, humility, we need to apply them to ourselves, but not to the general. If the temple or ISKCON or an advanced devotee, general people are being put in danger because of one action, we have to deal with that action. But if it is more personal situation, then yes, I can tolerate it because this is the way to purify myself. So again, I repeat, we have appropriate, in every situation we have the appropriate one and the inappropriate one. As mentioned about the 3 things, even I also read that 2 things you need to kill automatically. I think a snake and a scorpion or something like that. You need to tolerate them. If you meet a scorpion or a snake, must kill. But generally, we don't kill. Yeah, but we have exception. Yeah. But sometimes also advanced devotees, they are very elevated in one platform that they even, transcend everything. Then even someone who is trying to disturb, they will make sure they transform that person. Just like Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Prabhu, they transform Jagai Madai into saintly persons. We should also know that science also. The science of turning a snake into, an angel. Yeah.
Hare
Is
Krishna.
that okay?
Shubha Prabhu, is this hand raised from the previous or?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maharaj,
Okay.
see, I think your time is almost up, but I would like to share this. I didn't know at the time, but I knew afterwards, after the incident. And of course, what we are reading today reminded me of that incident. And I've tried to live that because when I was little, I used to fight. I used to like to fight.
Yeah.
So one time, for no reason, I went to a cousin whom I should never have fought in the first place. After all, he is my cousin. But I just engaged him into fighting. And I knew I could beat this cousin of mine. But because he did not agitate me into fighting, and I just went and agitated him and we started fighting. He beat me so badly. I lost a tooth. My nose was bleeding. And I couldn't go home to tell anybody I was hiding somewhere. So I'm thinking of how Hiranyaksha is looking for somebody to fight.
Yes.
And yes. And then he was told that, well, if you want to fight somebody, you're going to be given somebody to fight. That is Lord Narayan. So I'm reminding myself, and maybe reminding the devotees also, that we should not agitate. We should not call for fight when there is no fight, because no matter how strong we are, we're going to lose.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Maharaj. Well, devotees, we thank you all for being here. And Maharaj, we also thank you so much. And before we conclude, if you may have a concluding remark, Maharaj, to say for today's Sangha, and then we'll bring this Sangha to a final close.
Yes, these qualities they're very important for us to develop, because one thing that Srila Prabhupada has made everything. He has given us that gift, wonderful gift of ISKCON and all the holy scriptures, all the devotional practice. Now, he's not physically with us. Now, people are watching us. They will not come to us because of what we are saying. They will be attracted by our character and behavior, pracharacha. So, our behavior, it is said that actions speak louder than words. No? Yeah. So people may not, like our philosophy, but if they see that we have very genuine quality, character, people like character, so they will come to us. But if you have very beautiful philosophy, but character does not follow, people will not join us. They will prefer to come and buy the books and stay at home and practice by themselves. But practicing alone cannot help them. So we have a very big responsibility to develop Vaishnava qualities to attract people. Our character will attract people. That's what we say. Especially when we say something and we don't do it, this is even worse. People will see us as cheaters. This is my little advice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for this salient reminder. Dear devotees, we're going to humbly request you all to kindly unmute yourselves, and we all, with one voice, one heart, chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to His Holiness Bhakti Charaneshna Swami Maharaj for sharing his love and wisdom with us all today. Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyascha, Itanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. All His Holiness Bhakti Chaudhry Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. All His Holiness Bhakti Chaudhry Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. All Krishna Prabhupada Ki Jai. All Pradesh assembled Vaishnava Vaishnavi devotees Ki Jai.